for you guys, and I'm happy I can make a video. Fastest Speedster 2021 soon come out. I'll say next week, maybe 2 weeks after. But I know every Monday I'm finna produce bangs for you guys, man. And then Fridays I'm on the Ben Swervin channel with sports videos for you guys. And speaking of sports videos, my Steph Curry vid dropped last Friday. And if anyone on this channel, is interested in sports, I will put the link in the description if you guys watch that. But anyways, man, let's get into the Flash stuff. This is the Ben Does Comics channel. So lately, I've been noticing a lot of strange things on why, Hunter Zolomon, aka Zoom, can make a return. And I know this is not the comics, but it is the Flash, and they will take a lot of things from the comic book and put it on the Flash, as you can see Hunter Zolomon, his character in general from the comic book, and then they can make up things like Harry Wells, who is not from the comic book, but they did put him in the show, made it more, the Flash, they have a lot of creative writers, and they're very creative. That's one thing I can say about them. But also, the Flash is getting kind of boring, and it's kind of getting repetitive, and I hate that, because the Flash is probably my favorite show of all time. I don't usually watch shows unless it's animated, DC or Marvel, or movies from them or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, it's slowly getting out of my favorite show, but it's kind of making a return if they can keep this thing of having Zoom come back. Now I have a couple theories, and I think Zoom can possibly come back. And first off, being all the forces going crazy, and there's no certain enemy for the season right now. There's not, I mean, you got Fuerza, but in the comic book, Fuerza wasn't really an enemy. She was just really someone, who's just there. And she is the only other person but Hunter Zolomon who can control all four forces in the comic book. So that's the reason why I think Hunter Zolomon can come back, because there's only one other person who can control all four, and that's Fuerza and him. So it makes sense why he can come back and make a return. Now, like I said in my last video on this channel, Zoom is obviously the only person who can control all forces. And when Barry had his bad dream against Psyche, he didn't picture Zoom. He wasn't he had two dreams, but in the first one, he had Savitar and Reverse Flash, and the two speedsters who gave him the most problems. But he never had a nightmare of Zoom. And I thought it was weird, like, why isn't he having nightmares of Zoom when Zoom really tormented him and tortured him, and he did probably just as worse as Reverse Flash, who was his number one enemy. And well, in the comic book, Zoom is Reverse Flash, but for TV sake wise, we're talking about that. And yeah, he tormented him just as much as Reverse Flash and beat the living hell out of him. So for him not to have a nightmare about him, it's weird, and him not to be in that nightmare is weird, while he having two speedsters in the nightmare. It's kind of weird, and it made me think, like, oh snap, can the CW be building something towards bringing Zoom back? And I think they can. So hopefully that that can lead to it. And maybe Zoom made a deal to get out of the Speed Force. We haven't seen the Black Flash in a long time, and then we see the Speed Force all in Barry's house, and we see her, or it's not her or him, but we see her as Nora, and she's hiding something. Anybody can tell that the Speed Force is hiding something. So I think the Speed Force knows why all these forces are acting up, and they know that maybe Zoom is coming back. And if that's not the case, if the Black Flash doesn't come back, or he doesn't gain full control of who he was or whatever, maybe Zoom from the past could be coming back, or something, like, because like we said like we saw back in season 2, Zoom, he would talk to a lot of not Speed and Roger, sorry. He would talk to a lot of, former, himself in the past. Sorry, he would talk to himself in the past a lot, and they knew his plan and they knew how he was. Zoom was never a good person. He was always, ever since he watched his mom, get murdered by his dad. He was always that person. He always was a killer. He always was a bad person. So it wouldn't blow my mind. It wouldn't be shocking to see a Zoom from the past come back and do all of this, or actually a Zoom from the future that succeeded and didn't go through in a different universe or a different multiverse. It wouldn't blow my mind. And I really do, I'm making this video very short, but I really do Zoom will come back. Think Zoom will come back. And those are the theories I have. They're not 100% strong, but I put in at least 70% thinking into this, and 75% thinking. And I think Zoom could possibly come back. And if we don't get Zoom, I know there's a possibility we're definitely getting either Godspeed or Reverse Flash back between the next 2 seasons, because you can't kill off Reverse Flash, and Godspeed, we still haven't got a full introduction of him yet. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the video. I know it was short. Next Monday I will drop another video for you guys. Peace.